Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy Talk, the podcast where we help you discuss real life in cities around the world in English.
I'm Mike, and I'm here with my globally curious co-host, Jane. Hey, everybody. We're excited you're joining us for today's urban exploration episode.
If you're new here, welcome to our community. We make English learning engaging, practical, and deeply connected to understanding how people really live in different parts of the world. And to our returning listeners, thank you for being part of this journey.
Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on notifications. It helps us reach more English learners worldwide who want to explore global cities.
Also, we have a fantastic question for you at the end of this episode. We genuinely want to hear your experiences with Tehran or other megacities, especially from our Tehrani listeners.
Ready to explore Tehran, Jane?
Absolutely. Today we're discovering one of the Middle East's most dynamic and misunderstood cities. Mike, what comes to mind when you hear Tehran?
Honestly, I picture a big, modern city, but I realize I don't know much about what daily life is actually like there.
That's so common. Most people have never seen what Tehran really looks like. The cafes, the traffic, the neighborhoods, the young people hanging out.
It's probably very different from what I imagine.
Completely. Tehran is a vibrant, chaotic, fascinating megacity of over 9 million people, 15 million in the metro area. It's cosmopolitan, modern, and full of contradictions.
What got you interested in Tehran?
I had several students from Tehran over the years, and each one painted such a vivid picture of daily life there. One student, Nazanin, showed me photos of northern Tehran with its mountains, modern cafes, art galleries, and bustling streets.
What surprised you most?
How young and educated the population is. Over 60% of Iranians are under 30. Tehran has dozens of universities. Young people are incredibly tech-savvy, entrepreneurial, and connected to global culture despite restrictions.
So there's a huge generation of young, educated people.
Exactly. They navigate between tradition and modernity, restrictions and creativity. They've created this unique urban culture.
Tell me more about what Nazanin showed you.
Photos of coffee shops that look like they could be in Berlin or Brooklyn, street art, bookstores packed with people, hiking trails in the mountains where families picnic, shopping districts that rival any major city.
That's not what you see in news coverage.
Never. Media shows one slice of life, usually political, but Tehranis are living full, complex lives, working, studying, falling in love, raising families, pursuing dreams.
What's our focus today?
We're discussing how to talk about life in Tehran in English, the vocabulary for discussing urban life, the neighborhoods, the culture, the food, and the reality of daily life in this megacity.
This is important because Tehran is rarely portrayed accurately. Understanding real life there helps us see people as people, not stereotypes.
We'll explore Tehran's geography and neighborhoods, daily routines, food culture, social life, work and education, traffic and transportation, and the vibrant subcultures.
We'll teach you vocabulary for discussing city life, urban culture, and how to talk about Tehran and similar cities with authenticity.
And at the end, I'll do our quick vocabulary review with 10 essential terms for discussing urban life and modern cities.
Let's explore Tehran.
All right, Mike, let's start with the basics. Where is Tehran and what's the geography like?
I know it's the capital of Iran, but beyond that?
Tehran sits at the foot of the Alborz Mountains in northern Iran. The mountains are a stunning backdrop to the city, snow-capped in winter, green in spring.
So it's a mountain city?
The northern parts are literally in the foothills around 1,800 meters elevation. As you go south, the elevation drops to about 1,000 meters. This creates distinct microclimates and social geography.
What do you mean by social geography?
Generally, northern Tehran is wealthier, cooler in temperature with more green spaces and modern development. Southern Tehran is more working class, hotter, denser, and more traditional.
Like uptown and downtown in many cities?
Exactly. Though Tehranis navigate the whole city, it's not strictly divided. But North and South Tehran have distinct characters.
What's the climate like?
Tehran has 4 distinct seasons. Winters can be cold with snow. The mountains get heavy snow, and there are ski resorts. Summers are hot and dry, around 35 to 40 degrees Celsius, 95 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Spring and autumn are beautiful.
People ski near Tehran?
Yes, there are several ski resorts within an hour's drive. Dizin, Shemshak, Tochal. Tochal is accessible by gondola from the city.
That's amazing. I had no idea.
See? Tehran surprises people. Now, let's talk about neighborhoods. What are the major areas?
I'm all ears.
Let's start with northern neighborhoods. Elahiye is upscale, with embassies, luxury shops, and expensive apartments. Tajrish is a historic area with a famous bazaar, now surrounded by modern cafes and restaurants.
What's Tajrish like?
It's this fascinating mix, an old traditional bazaar selling fruits, spices, and household goods right next to hipster coffee shops and ice cream parlors. Young people hang out there, especially on weekends.
What other northern areas?
Darband is at the base of hiking trails. People go there to hike, then eat at restaurants built into the mountainside. Jordan is trendy, with art galleries, boutiques, and cafes. Farmaniye is residential and green.
What about central Tehran?
Enghelab Avenue is the university district. Bookstores everywhere, student cafes, photocopy shops. It's intellectual and bustling. Vali is one of the world's longest streets, running north-south with huge plane trees.
How long is it?
About 18 kilometers. It's lined with shops, cafes, government buildings, parks. It's like the spine of the city.
What about southern neighborhoods?
Southern Tehran is more traditional and working class. The Grand Bazaar is in this area, a massive, historic commercial center. It's incredibly atmospheric. Covered passages, tea houses, workshops.
Is it touristy?
It's a real working bazaar where Tehranis actually shop. Carpets, spices, gold, fabrics, household goods. It's been there for centuries.
Let's talk about daily life. What's a typical day like for a Tehrani?
It depends on the person, but let me paint a picture. Many Tehranis wake up early. Work and school often start at 7:30 or 8 a.m.
That's early.
Yes, the city gets moving early. People grab breakfast, usually no paneer, bread and cheese, tea, maybe fruit or jam.
What's the commute like?
This is where it gets real. Tehran traffic is legendary. The city wasn't built for the number of cars it has now.
Bad traffic?
Some of the worst in the world. Rush hour can be brutal. A trip that takes 20 minutes at midnight might take 90 minutes at 8 a.m.
How do people cope?
Public transportation has improved. The metro system is extensive now. 7 lines covering much of the city. It's clean, efficient, and crowded during rush hour.
What else?
Buses, shared taxis, Savari, regular taxis, and ride-sharing apps. Many people still drive, though. Traffic jams are part of Tehrani identity.
What do people do during commutes?
Listen to podcasts, music, audiobooks, make phone calls. Some work from home when possible. Traffic is a daily struggle and bonding experience.
What about the workday?
Depends on the sector. Government offices typically work 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 or 3 p.m. Private sector varies. Many work 9 to 5 or later. Thursday and Friday are the weekend.
Not Saturday and Sunday?
Nope. The Islamic weekend is Thursday, Friday, so Thursday evening is like Friday night in the West, the start of the weekend.
What do people do for lunch?
Many go home for lunch if they live close or grab something nearby. There are fast food places, traditional restaurants, kebab shops everywhere.
After work?
This is where Tehran's social life kicks in. People meet friends at cafes, go shopping, visit family, or head to parks.
Tell me about the cafe culture.
Tehran has an incredible cafe scene. Coffee shops are everywhere. Some are minimalist and modern, others vintage and cozy. Some have libraries, some host live music.
What's special about them?
They're social spaces. Young people especially use cafes to hang out, study, work on laptops, have conversations, escape small apartments. They're like living rooms.
What do people order?
Turkish coffee, espresso, cappuccino, specialty lattes, also Persian tea, of course, cake, pastries, sometimes light meals. The quality is often excellent. Tehranis are coffee snobs.
This sounds like any global city.
That's the point. Tehran is cosmopolitan. People follow global trends, adapt them with local flavor.
What about social life beyond cafes?
Parks are huge. Melat Park, Lale Park, Jamshidiyeh Park. These are packed on weekends. Families picnic, young people hang out, kids play, people exercise.
What's picnic culture like?
Iranians love picnics. They bring elaborate spreads, sabzi, fresh herbs, cheese, bread, fruit, often a samovar for tea. Picnicking is a serious national pastime.
What else do young people do?
Shopping malls are popular. Tandis Center, Sam Center, Arg Shopping Center. Movie theaters show Iranian films and some foreign films. People go hiking in the mountains. House parties are common.
House parties?
Yes, since public socializing has some restrictions, private spaces become important. House parties with friends, music, food, conversation.
Let's talk about food in Tehran. What's the food scene like?
Incredible. Tehran has everything from street food to high-end restaurants, from traditional Persian to international cuisine.
Give me the street food experience.
Kebab shops everywhere. Cello kebab, saffron rice with grilled meat, is everywhere. Also, jujay kebab, chicken, kubide, ground meat. The rice is always perfectly cooked.
What else on the streets?
Ash, thick soup or stew, halim, wheat and meat porridge for breakfast, kale pache, traditional sheep's head and feet soup. Sounds intense, but it's beloved, and amazing fresh pomegranate juice in season.
What about snacks?
Ajil, mixed nuts and dried fruits, fresh fruits sold by street vendors, corn on the cob, beets, samosas, and ice cream. Akbar Mashti in Tajrish is legendary.
What's special about the ice cream?
Traditional Bastani, Persian ice cream with saffron and rose water, served between two wafers. It's unique and delicious.
What about restaurants?
Every type. Traditional Persian restaurants serving fesenjan, gourmet sabzi, zereshk polo, modern fusion places, international cuisines, though modified to use available ingredients.
What's the pizza like?
Tehran pizza is its own thing, often with lots of toppings, ketchup and mayo sauce, different cheese. It's not Italian, it's Tehran style, and people love it.
What about fast food?
Iranian fast food chains like Sheila and Supermeal, plus local versions of international concepts, sandwiches, burgers, fried chicken with Persian twists.
Let's discuss education and work culture. What's the education scene?
Tehran is an education hub. Major universities include Tehran University, Sharif University of Technology, Amir Kabir University, Shahid Beheshti, and many more.
What do students like?
Incredibly motivated and competitive. Getting into good universities requires passing the Concours, a national entrance exam. Students study intensely.
What do they study?
Everything, but engineering, medicine, computer science are especially popular. Many students are multilingual, Farsi, English, sometimes Arabic or other languages.
What about work culture?
Tehran has a growing startup culture, especially in tech. Young entrepreneurs are creating apps, e-commerce, fintech, despite economic challenges.
What industries are big?
Tech, IT, finance, construction, retail, oil and gas, manufacturing, also a huge informal economy, small businesses, artisans, services.
What's the work environment like?
Can be bureaucratic in government and traditional sectors. Startups and modern companies are more dynamic. Work-life balance varies widely by sector.
Let's talk about fashion and style in Tehran.
This is fascinating. Tehrani street style is creative within constraints. Women must wear hijab and modest clothing in public, but there's enormous variety in how that's interpreted.
What does that look like?
Headscarves in every color and style, some loose and pushed back, some fully covering. Manteaus, long coats, in all designs, from conservative to fashion-forward. Jeans, boots, jewelry, makeup.
So personal style exists within the framework.
Absolutely. Tehrani women are incredibly creative with fashion. Northern Tehrani style is often quite bold. Colorful scarves, fitted coats, fashionable accessories. What about men's fashion? Men have fewer restrictions. You see everything from traditional to ultra-modern. Designer jeans, leather jackets, sneakers, styled hair. Young men follow global fashion trends closely.
What about subcultures? Every big city has them.
Tehran has vibrant subcultures. There's a hip-hop scene, rock music underground, metal fans, skaters, parkour communities.
Tell me about the music scene.
There's official music and underground music. Underground rock, rap, and electronic music scenes are creative and passionate despite limitations on public performance.
How do they perform?
Private venues, house concerts, sometimes small underground spaces. Music circulates online. Artists are incredibly dedicated.
What about visual arts?
Tehran has a thriving contemporary art scene. Galleries in areas like Jordan, Elahiye, and Fereshteh show cutting-edge work. Tehran art is internationally recognized.
What subjects do artists explore?
Everything: identity, modernity, tradition, social issues, beauty, abstraction. Iranian contemporary art is sophisticated and diverse.
What about street art?
It exists, though officially restricted. You see murals, stencils, sometimes political or social commentary, sometimes purely aesthetic. It appears and disappears.
Let's discuss sports and recreation.
Iranians are sports crazy. Football or soccer is the biggest. Persepolis and Esteghlal are rival Tehran teams with passionate fans.
What else?
Volleyball, basketball, wrestling, weightlifting are all popular. Hiking and mountaineering are huge. The Alborz Mountains are right there.
What do people do in the mountains?
Hike, climb, ski in winter. There are trails with tea houses. Friday mornings, you see streams of people heading up the trails. Families, young people, everyone.
It's part of Tehrani lifestyle?
Completely. Escaping to nature is essential for mental health and socializing.
What about gyms and fitness?
Gyms are everywhere. Fitness culture is big, especially among young people. Martial arts, bodybuilding, CrossFit, yoga, all popular.
Let's talk about technology and connectivity.
Tehranis are extremely tech-savvy. Smartphone penetration is very high. People are constantly connected.
What apps do they use?
For messaging, Telegram was huge, though sometimes restricted. WhatsApp and local apps. Instagram is very popular. Iranians love visual social media.
What about internet access?
Internet exists, but with restrictions and censorship. VPNs are widely used to access blocked sites. Many Tehranis are skilled at navigating digital restrictions.
So they're connected to global internet culture?
Very much so. They follow global trends, consume international content, communicate with people worldwide.
What about entertainment? What do people watch?
Iranian satellite TV, technically illegal but widespread, streaming via a VPN, Iranian TV shows and movies, and lots of YouTube.
What's Iranian cinema like?
World class. Iranian cinema has won international awards. Directors like Asghar Farhadi are globally renowned. Tehranis love movies.
Where do they watch?
Movie theaters show new Iranian releases. At home, via satellite, streaming, or physical media. Film culture is sophisticated.
Let's discuss family life in Tehran.
Family is central. Multi-generational gatherings are common. Fridays often mean family dinners.
Do young people live with parents?
Often, yes. Housing is expensive, so many stay home until marriage, but increasingly young professionals get their own apartments.
What's the housing market like?
Expensive and challenging. Apartments in northern Tehran cost a fortune. Many people rent. Buying requires significant savings.
Do apartments look like something?
Everything from tiny studios to large family apartments. Modern buildings have parking, elevators, sometimes gyms or pools. Older buildings have more character.
What about the pace of life?
Tehran is fast-paced and intense. The city never stops. Traffic, crowds, noise, activity, it's energizing and exhausting.
How do people relax?
Weekends in the mountains, parks, visiting family, cafes, just being home. Many Tehranis dream of escaping to the Caspian coast or other provinces for vacations.
What's unique about Tehran compared to other megacities?
The contradictions, ultra-modern and traditional existing side by side, restrictions and creativity, ancient and contemporary, it's constantly negotiating between different forces.
How do we talk about Tehran in English respectfully?
Focus on lived experience, not politics. Say Tehranis navigate daily life with creativity and resilience, not Tehran is oppressed.
What else?
Acknowledge diversity. Northern and southern Tehran have different characters. Tehranis come from diverse backgrounds and perspectives.
Avoid stereotypes?
Absolutely. Don't reduce Tehran to one thing. It's complex, modern, traditional, conservative, progressive, all at once.
What should we celebrate about Tehran?
The people's warmth, creativity, and spirit, the food culture, the artistic scenes, the mountains, the way Tehranis create joy despite challenges.
Before vocabulary, any final thoughts?
Tehran is a city of 15 million people living full, complex lives. They're not defined by politics or headlines. They're doctors, artists, engineers, students, parents, dreamers, just like people everywhere.
Beautifully said. Let's do the vocabulary review.
All right, everyone, time for our quick vocabulary review. I'm going to teach you 10 essential words and phrases for discussing life in Tehran and urban life generally. Word number 1, megacity. This noun means a very large city, typically with a population of over 10 million people. For example, Tehran is a megacity with over 15 million people in the metropolitan area, or megacities face unique challenges like traffic and pollution. It's pronounced megacity. Megacities are characterized by dense populations, complex infrastructure, and diverse economies. Other examples include Tokyo, Mexico City, and Mumbai. Understanding this term helps discuss large urban environments. Number 2, cosmopolitan. This adjective means including people from many different countries and cultures, familiar with and at ease in many different countries and cultures. For example, Tehran is a cosmopolitan city with diverse neighborhoods, or cosmopolitan cities attract international influences. It's pronounced cosmopolitan. A cosmopolitan city is sophisticated, diverse, and globally connected. The noun is cosmopolitanism. This term celebrates urban diversity and international character. Word number 3, commute. This can be a verb meaning to travel regularly between one's home and place of work, or a noun meaning the journey itself. For example, many Tehranis commute by metro, or the morning commute can take 2 hours in heavy traffic. It's pronounced commute.
The noun commuter describes someone who commutes regularly. Understanding commuting patterns reveals much about urban life, transportation infrastructure, traffic, work culture, and daily routines. Word number 4, infrastructure. This noun means the basic physical systems and structures needed for a society or enterprise to function, including roads, bridges, water supply, sewers, electrical grids, telecommunications, etc. For example, Tehran has invested in metro infrastructure, or urban infrastructure determines quality of life. It's pronounced infrastructure. The adjective is infrastructural. Infrastructure includes both physical systems, roads, pipes, and organizational systems, schools, hospitals. Cities are defined by their infrastructure quality. Word number 5, gentrification. This noun means the process of renovating and improving a neighborhood so that it conforms to middle-class taste, often displacing lower-income residents. For example, some Tehran neighborhoods are experiencing gentrification, or gentrification creates both opportunities and conflicts. It's pronounced gentrification. The verb is gentrify. This term describes urban change, renovation, rising prices, demographic shifts. It's relevant to cities worldwide and carries complex implications. Word number 6, hustle and bustle. This phrase means busy, noisy activity of a lot of people in one place. For example, the hustle and bustle of Tehran's Grand Bazaar is incredible, or I love the hustle and bustle of city life. It's an idiomatic expression, pronounced exactly as spelled. Hustle means energetic activity. Bustle means excited activity and movement. Together, they capture the energy of busy urban spaces, markets, streets, transit hubs. Word number 7, suburb. This noun means a residential area on the outskirts of a city or large town. For example, western Tehran suburbs are growing rapidly, or suburbs offer more space than city centers. It's pronounced suburb. The adjective is suburban. Suburbs are typically residential, less dense than city centers, and require commuting. However, definitions vary. What's a suburb in one city might be urban in another. Tehran suburbs extend in all directions. Word number 8, landmark. This noun means a recognizable natural or artificial feature used for navigation, or a building or place of great historical importance. For example, the Azadi Tower is Tehran's most famous landmark, or every neighborhood has local landmarks. It's pronounced landmark. Landmarks help people orient themselves in cities. They're meeting points, symbols of identity, and tourist destinations. Discussing a city's landmarks helps describe its character and layout. Word number 9, vibe, or atmosphere. Vibe is an informal noun meaning the atmosphere or feeling of a place, or the emotional state transmitted by a person or thing. For example, northern Tehran has a different vibe than southern Tehran, or the cafe had a relaxed vibe. It's pronounced vibe, rhymes with tribe. The more formal equivalent is atmosphere. Describing a neighborhood's or city's vibe communicates its character. Is it energetic or calm, traditional or modern, friendly or impersonal? And our final word, number 10, subculture. This noun means a cultural group within a larger culture, often having beliefs or interests at variance with those of the larger culture. For example, Tehran has vibrant artistic and music subcultures, or skaters form a subculture in many cities. It's pronounced subculture. The adjective is subcultural. Subcultures create diversity within cities, each with distinct styles, values, meeting places, and practices. Understanding subcultures reveals the complexity beneath a city surface. There you have it, 10 essential words: megacity, cosmopolitan, commute, infrastructure, gentrification, hustle and bustle, suburb, landmark, vibe, and subculture. Master these words and you'll be able to discuss Tehran and any urban environment with sophistication.
Jane, what a vivid portrait of Tehran we've painted today.
We explored the neighborhoods from Tajrish to the Grand Bazaar, the cafe culture, the food scene, the traffic challenges, the mountain escapes, and the creative spirit of Tehranis.
We showed that Tehran is a complex, modern megacity where millions of people live full, rich lives, not the simplified version we see in headlines.
And we gave you essential vocabulary for discussing urban life, city culture, and the reality of living in a major metropolis.
Now we want to hear from you. Here's our question of the day. Have you ever been to Tehran, or do you live there now? What aspect of city life there surprised you or interests you most? Or if you've never been, what would you most want to experience?
Share your stories, questions, and perspectives in the comments below. We especially love hearing from Tehranis about their city. Your insider perspectives are invaluable.
If this episode changed your perception of Tehran or gave you tools for discussing city life in English, please give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe to Easy Talk and turn on notifications. We explore real life in cities worldwide that enriches your English and your understanding of how people actually live.
Share this episode with friends, classmates, or anyone interested in Tehran, urban life, or seeing cities beyond stereotypes.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Easy Talk Podcast for daily content on cities, culture, and authentic urban life worldwide.
Visit easytalkpodcast.com for additional resources, including city guides, vocabulary lists, and cultural insights.
Before we go, we want to leave you with this thought. Every city is more than its image.
Tehran is not just what you see on the news. It's 15 million people getting up every morning, going to work, meeting friends, falling in love, raising children, pursuing dreams.
It's students studying in cafes, artists creating in studios, families picnicking in parks, drivers navigating legendary traffic with humor.
It's grandmothers making perfect tahdig, entrepreneurs launching startups, hikers escaping to the mountains every Friday.
When we talk about cities, whether Tehran, Tokyo, Cairo, or Sao Paulo, we're talking about human beings creating communities, culture, and meaning in shared spaces.
Use your English to see beyond stereotypes. Ask questions about real life. Listen to people who actually live in the places you're curious about.
Every city has stories that don't fit the headlines. Every neighborhood has characters. Every person has a full, complex life.
Thank you for exploring Tehran with us. Thank you for being curious about how people really live.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Mike, and this has been Easy Talk. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep seeing the humanity in every city.
Goodbye, everyone. Remember, cities are made of people. Every neighborhood tells stories, and real life is always more interesting than stereotypes. Khuda Hafez from Tehran.
This episode explores daily life in Tehran from the perspective of people who live there. We've focused on the human experience of urban life, work, leisure, food, culture, and community. Our descriptions come from conversations with Tehranis and aim to show the city as a living, breathing place where millions navigate modern urban life. We encourage viewers to seek out Tehran voices directly, blogs, vlogs, social media, to understand the city from those who know it best.